Nothing. Just making sure.
You know, it's funny, George. When I talk, as of late, I've been observing you, and there's a lot of drifting. There's a lot of looking at monitors, a lot of looking at your watch, looking at your gadgets. Am I saying stuff that's not riveting?
No, I was just making sure everybody's in frame. Everything's good. I check it every 5 minutes to make sure everything's.
Excuse me, Kurosawa.
Ooh.
Everything needs to be perfect on the screen.
I'm always riveted by you.
You're riveting to me too, as well.
And it's about a half an hour past my bedtime now. So
Is it really?
He sleeps early now.
Oh,
so you're
your
like
daddy.
drifting.
Yeah.
You're a daddy.
this kid wakes up at 6 a.m. every morning, no matter what.
He is cute, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there is a little bit of resemblance. You know what I mean? I can see a little bit of George in him,
Oh, thank you.
but I see the good part too.
Mostly your wife.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
He's mostly your
I
wife.
see some of you, but I see also the good aspects. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, is what I wanted. What I wanted to say. You know. Did you know your butt has a favorite app? That's right, it's SeatGeek. You guys see SeatGeek, dude. It's like, you know, you want tickets to events, right?
or even your show.
And my own show, right? You got to go to SeatGeek, baby, right? Has your butt been having enough fun lately? If not, then it's time to start using SeatGeek, guys. Have you been treating your butt well lately? Has it been going places? No. Now you got to try SeatGeek. Did you know your butt has a favorite app? That's right, SeatGeek.
SeatGeek, we got it. It's SeatGeek. Tell us more about it.
You guys, this is where I get my Dodger tickets. This is where I get tickets to every single music
Harry
show that I go
Styles?
to Harry Styles, for Juliana, for just every
Festivals?
every single
Coachella?
event that I've been to.
Coachella.
I have used SeatGeek. They make it very easy. Whether it's concerts, baseball, basketball, whatever it is, SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple.
Guys, you can get $20 off your first purchase with the promo code BELLY at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That's promo code BELLY for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat. Download the app today.
You know, he is very cute. And congratulations. He looks like he has all his limbs. Because he was doing a little arm thing.
He just started walking and he bonks his head every hour, it seems.
That's good.
Does he cry a lot?
Only we've got like little stairs, like a 3 steps of stairs that we can't like cordon off in the house. You set him down, he just walks up there, walks to the top, then falls off, cries, and then you hold him for an hour or like a little hour, and then like as soon as you set him down, he goes back, and like kids just want to like do the most dangerous thing possible now that they can walk.
Would you let Bobby babysit, not with Kalila, your son,
And be honest.
for, let's say this, something reasonable, 2 hours?
No, that's not no.
Full day?
No. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on a Thursday.
That's during a bad
Is
friend.
he dropping off a diaper bag and the milk and
and
everything?
Yeah. Now the dogs aren't here. I do have the cats. It's just me and your kid.
No Kalila.
No Kalila. 12 hours, right? And be honest with me, and it won't hurt my feelings.
Bobby, are you willing to babysit this Thursday for 12 hours?
Yes.
You're willing to.
Yes.
Will you pay attention on how to change a diaper?
This is good.
I'll take the class.
And make sure you don't look away, because he can roll over now. Like if you've set him on something, it's very important you don't look away. No, actually, it's a little easier now because he did just discover his penis. But he usually cries when we change his
Don't
diaper.
even bring that up, bro.
Don't break.
That's crazy.
In Bobby's eyes, he doesn't even have it.
He doesn't have a penis.
Also,
No, the baby. Like here's
we have an unfenced pool.
he's like he hates getting his diaper changed. He always cries, but now he just discovered like
Oh, really?
yeah,
It
it's
feels
like,
good.
It's just it feels different.
Okay. What?
Not that he just.
It's
What you're
only
telling me?
because your eyeballs got so big.
No, because but are you telling me that
He still
there's
does
no
that.
sensation on a child's penis?
it's just different. Like kids are discovered like yeah like
They're discovering their body.
I think there is sensation.
he's not,
Okay, well you would
he can't
assume,
see it.
right?
He's too fat.
What's your answer, George?
Yeah.
What?
Bobby, this is kind of like
This
a good TV
This is
show.
scary because like he can fall off of things. Like he's
What you think I'm going to put him on the rooftop?
Question: would you play games if you had to do this challenge? Would you have to?
But here's what I would do.
What's the strategy?
The kid would be in here.
be crated.
there is so much that's not baby proof in here.
Yeah, we put a crate.
Oh my God, he would.
The dog crate.
Oh, if you leave him in a crate.
We have a dog crate up there. We'll bring the dog crates down. Is that against the law?
I think it's just more cultural.
You just throw
Seen
treats
the
to him.
trials of Gabriel
Can I throw?
Fernandez?
I'll throw nuts. Mm-hmm. I don't know what animals babies eat. I'll throw nuts, a banana. He's half Asian. He mustn't love
He
bananas.
loves bananas.
Right,
That's
so-
his first, like that was
Good
one of
guess.
his main words.
I'm not going to peel
Nana.
them, so I'll just
Yeah.
put a full banana in there. Maybe not ripe. And
Green?
Yeah, I'll throw nuts in there, right? And dude, perfect. He doesn't need underwear,
Oh,
right?
true.
And it won't look down below, right? And we put the cat litter in there.
Easy.
Easy. What?
Everybody, the father of my child.
Right? Can he scoop?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's walking.
All right. So if once he goes to bed, he can do what cats do and scoop it.
Like cover.
Yeah, I'll teach him that. I'll bring Gooner in there and Gooner teach him.
That's actually more impressive. Bobby trains your child to be
Yeah.
potty trained, but like a cat.
Now,
The answer is
the answer is the truth. The truth is this, and this is honestly the truth. If there was something vital that you and your wife had to do, I was the only available person to see your kid, right? And you were like, I need just for fucking 5 hours, right? I promise you, when you come back from your whatever you need to do, your kid will be alive.
in what state alive? We don't know, but alive.
Alive.
He'll be in a coma, but he will be
The
alive.
stage 5.
You were the last person possible.
Yeah.
I would do it, but I'd be sweating bullets.
Why
all the time.
would I be the last?
What is like the image?
No, you just made the scenario.
Yeah.
Are you fucking out of your mind, dude? If you told me 5 hours, dude, literally, it's just literally me in front of the baby, holding it on a couch, and going, what? bathroom, right? And I would probably change it 52 times, just in case. Every hour, 45 minutes, I would change his underwear, right? I would give him, are you hungry? It would just be complete attentiveness. Are you out of your mind? I'm the safest guy you could fucking bring your kid to because I'm so scared of hurting it in any kind of way.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I need to prove a point. When you come back, I'm like, aha, I told you.
Throw.
Yeah.
Can you give a baby hot dog?
No. Yeah, ask me questions
Oh,
about
this is
baby.
good. This is good.
And I'm going to give you the real answers.
And you ask them too, George, because you know more.
Yeah.
Okay. What is name one hazard? Like name one thing.
You don't have to even.
Yeah, go ahead.
The corners of fucking tables.
Okay.
Is it?
Of lower tables, yeah.
Of lower tables.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Big hazard.
Yeah.
Also surfaces. He can climb up on a couch or something like that and fall off, so that would be a hazard.
Food wise.
Food wise,
An unripe banana.
I know that was just a joke for comedy purposes, right?
What aren't you going to feed him?
Heroin.
Okay, true.
That's
you would
right,
never
right?
do that.
So is that not on the list? Heroin, any drugs is on the marijuana. Nothing, even at a little 3 milligram edible gummy.
What kind
No
of
way.
fruits shouldn't you give?
I probably would stay away from fruits.
No, you can give fruit, but what
I know,
Play it safe.
just because I don't know, I would
it safe.
Google it, right? I would Google everything, right? But offhand, I don't know what he's allergic to.
guess what fruit you shouldn't give?
What shouldn't you give a baby?
don't even know.
Durian,
You know what? I guess that's.
durian fruit,
I wouldn't give my baby.
right?
that.
I wouldn't give them an unchopped pineapple because he could get poked,
Spiked,
correct? Mm-hmm. If I give him a whole pineapple, you know what I mean? And he's like puncturing holes in his arm. Or a cactus, for that matter. I don't know if you can eat those, but I don't know if that's a fruit, but looks like a fruit.
Yeah, you can eat it. Nopales.
Nopala.
Nopal.
Right? What's the one that you couldn't eat? I'm going to guess a lemon.
You can give them lemon for fun.
People do that
It's
all the
funny.
time.
Yeah, I saw that on YouTube,
I love those.
but it
videos.
seemed like they didn't like it.
Just have to be careful with things like grapes.
Why
Why?
grapes?
Choking hazards, not cutting the grapes, them eating it whole.
Yeah,
They're-
Yeah, whole grape is really
Yeah,
dangerous.
whole grape is very dangerous.
And
for
that's
babies.
something that, here's the thing. I didn't think that through. Did you know that?
I was still on the pineapple.
Oh, you're
The
still on
danger.
that?
Think about it.
Yeah, think about yeah.
Cut yourself.
Okay, ask me another question about
You can have.
George,
what's
give-
the age cutoff for honey?
I think, can he have honey now?
Oh,
well,
it's
for
a
the
year,
first year,
right?
you're not supposed
Yeah,
to.
the
At least the
first year.
first
No
year. That was a
honey.
weird one,
George.
and I don't understand that one.
Botulism.
George,
Yeah.
give Bobby a scenario. Typical scenario George Kimmel, the father, goes through. I want to see what he can navigate it?
Ask me a question, a scenario question. Time is money, baby.
Just go,
No,
go through your day. Hey, go through your literal day in the morning.
I already went over like him trying to roll over when you're changing him. We've got dog doors upstairs, or dog. It's
gates?
dog proof upstairs, dog gates. So that
Yeah.
might be is useful because as soon as he finds a stairs, he'll try to climb up it or down it
Yeah.
and start rolling.
I'm always afraid of hot liquids around babies or like carrying, like when I'm boiling something. I'm always, because I had an ex-boyfriend who had been scalded on his chest and his arm when he was a baby, and the scars were really great. Like he needed a skin graft and stuff like that. But so it's ingrained in my mind.
whoever did that should be arrested.
Well, no, he was apparently a toddler, and he was just circling his mom while she was boiling water, and she was transferring something, and it somehow just got on him or something like that.
Yeah. I would not, if I'm boiling eggs, no baby.
No baby.
Yeah, around. So is that good?
Yeah.
All right. So give me another scenario, please. My God.
How to,
The main.
do you know how to burp a baby? What are the steps?
Oh, he's way past that. Yeah, but yeah.
Way past it. I already knew that, so that's why I don't even have to answer that. But no.
No, the problem is right now.
I will not do that.
If I was a baby, burp me.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, my gut instinct is this.
Yeah, be real about it. Be real. What and then talk us through it. What you're doing.
What is this, a Samoan baby? It's a big baby, you know what I mean?
What is that doing?
Perfect.
Yeah, and then... All right, babe. Oh, I loved it, baby. I liked it. So, all right, so that's it. I know how to do it.
You would trust him.
Yeah.
Generally, you would trust him.
Now, if I had an orphanage, I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Because
I think like one of them would turn into the Riddler. That's my fear.
Yeah. That's a big responsibility.
It's a big responsibility. You
That
know what I
many.
mean?
One kid is a lot, babe.
Yeah. Imagine having, like, you know, you go to like an orphanage in Eastern Europe, you know what I mean? I don't want to say Ukraine, but like Eastern Europe, and you know, a poorer country. I think I did see a documentary. I don't know what it's called, about, you know, of an orphanage.
I saw that one. Oh, it's fucked
It's
up.
terrible. It's fucking terrible. It's like 2 women, 60 kids. They're going in and out of rooms. You know what I mean? Not everyone, you know, some kids are getting neglected. It's just a terrible thing, man. But yeah, overturn Roe versus Wade. Go ahead. See what this country turns into. But anyway,
What are some topics to talk about, Gil?
I mean, the hot thing right now, I didn't get to watch it, but everyone's talking about Amber Heard's testimony. Finally came out. I don't know too much about it.
I've just seen the snippets on TikTok and stuff, and they're funny. But I haven't. I said this on Trash Tuesday. I'm like team neither. They're both so messy. He's a messy addict.
Sure.
And she seems to have some very deep-seated personality disorder. They're both just fucking.
I just, you know.
I actually don't find it entertaining. I don't watch it because it's just like, that's sad.
It is sad.
What pisses me off is Disney taking away Pirates of the Caribbean from him.
Before the trial. Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and now he refuses to ever do it. I mean,
That's such a great move on his part, though, to be like,
Oh,
you couldn't
yeah.
pay me enough money to
but-
ever do that role again, which is like, I'm the final say in this.
Smart.
There, whoever PR person told him to say that, right, George?
Yep.
but it's people just, these companies jump into conclusions, right? And they're, I guess they're pressured into taking a side, right? And they make gigantic decisions based on that pressure. And I just think that's terrible to do that. You know, it's like, there's something called evidence. There's something called a court of law. There's something called, you know what I mean, hearing people's point of view or side of the story or whatnot. But it's just like, you know, hopefully those days are slowly over. You know, like I said this before, it's like, you know, there was this one lady in Nebraska, and this is peak COVID, and she refused to wear a mask on in the grocery store, and she started coughing in people's faces, right? And she was fired from her job. One has nothing to do with the other.
I would have to agree. To some extent, unless I think
She should go to prison for assault. That's assault.
Yeah, but what if it's a white teacher in an all Asian school and out in public she calls them fucking the C word?
What's that?
What is that one?
Yeah, ching chong.
Yeah.
Ching chong. I don't know about ching chong.
Well, she's caught on tape saying that over and over again.
All right.
Because let's say somebody stole her parking spot and she says something along the lines, "Get the fuck out of my spot, you CC."
Ching chong.
Yeah, and then you find out that her profession is actually teaching an elementary school
Of Chinese
just
kids.
Chinese kids.
Yeah, but okay, that's a crazy scenario.
Wait,
But
that actually happened.
yeah, but in that scenario, then yes, because you know what I mean. One, that relates to her job, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing, right? But not all cases are like that, right? Like I mean, I don't know how I feel about this, but maybe there were a lot of people that were on January 6th at the insurrection, and they were fired from their jobs. Now, what one has to do with the other, I don't really know, right? And I don't know if that's...
Well,
What is a federal offense?
Yeah, it's a federal offense, sweetie. And number two, it speaks to someone's character when they're defacing and hurting and doing all of this, like turning violent publicly on camera. If I see that and that's an employee of
That's
mine,
what- yeah.
I don't want that.
If someone was there watching
No,
from a
the-
distance, I'm like, eh.
Yeah,
But there have been people there, though, that didn't do any of that stuff,
Then I think that's kind of
that walked in, though. and just
Walked
go, "Hey, what-"
inside?
Yeah, like, what's going on in here?
Oh, more like
You know
a
what I mean?
tourist. Yeah.
Yeah. A tourist, you're...
Where's the group leader? Who's leading this tour?
Wait, if you were there just by accident, you didn't know that there was an insurrection planned.
I'm dumb enough, I probably would be like, hey, there's a special going on in the fucking chamber. A sale.
You're
you know
like,
what I
"Is
mean?
this Black
Yeah,
Friday?"
Yeah, it's a Black Friday for American flags. And I would walk in there, what's going on? Why is that cop bleeding from the face? Hey!
I'm the only Asian
and
here.
then next week, you lost Magnum PI.
Why? I was at a sale.
I was at a fucking flag sale at the, you know what I mean? In Pelosi's office.
Bro. Pelosi's off.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. It's an interesting. What? Go ahead.
Well, speaking of attacker, I don't know if you guys maybe did this on your other podcast, but did you guys comment on the Dave Chappelle attacker situation?
I think they did on Bad Friends.
did?
we did on Bad Friends, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else? For you, I want to try to figure out what band I am in real. Right now,
I
in your life.
related most to the
I know, but you. So you think that people are like, if they were going to do like some sort of survey, and there was a list of bands on one side and a bunch of comics on one side, and you're supposed to match them, right? You think people will go Fugazi?
How about you choose for each other? That might be.
No, I don't think people will say Fugazi for me. I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But I've been to many Fugazi shows. I relate.
Yeah, I like their
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah.
Remember they were doing only $5 shows, right? They didn't sign with a major label, even though back in the, when Nirvana and all that stuff was happening, they were being dangled all this money.
That's
they
the thing.
stuck to their guns.
Dude, they've been offered millions of dollars to reunite, and they say no.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrice always used to talk about that. He told me once. He goes, Joe, if you want to walk the righteous path, you got to take there's a cost. He goes, you can't be about the ethics and not take your lumps, man. He was like, it's and I agree with that, and people, I don't do this anymore, but I would have to catch myself when I'd see somebody on late night and I'd feel jealous. I'd have to step back and go, dude, you decided a long time ago the process of late night was annoying and the reward was not high enough.
Yeah.
So you stopped fucking trying to do it.
Yeah.
So you're not allowed now to be upset when you see somebody on late night. You see what I'm saying?
God, you're like blowing my mind right now, dude. you're like I'm having like mini spiritual awakening right now.
How many have you had?
I've had like 6 or 7 of them.
Damn.
Wow,
Dude.
I agree, dude.
love
Because it
talking.
helps with my own psyche and my daily life. Patrice said to me once this. We were talking about Craig Robinson and Dr. Ken, and they were at the time doing well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I was at Opie, and this is when obviously he's alive, and and Patrice goes, you know, you and I will never be them,
Right.
and I go, what do you mean? We're not gonna ever get to that even their level
Right.
of success. And I go, why? He goes, because we don't know how to do that. You know, we're who we are, authentic ourselves. And when we go to parties, you and I, do you leave early? I go, these industry parties, I go, I don't even go at all. He goes, me too. He goes, me too. Yeah. He goes, I don't know how to schmooze. And you and I are the same. We don't know how to do all those things.
I do
go,
an
you're right.
equivalent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I don't leave early. I do, but an equivalent of that. I go and I get fucking tanked.
you burn the bridge that way.
And then I'm the last guy there.
You burn the bridge. Yeah. You're that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. You can jump in the pool, right? And they're like, who's this fucking freak? Stitch Fix. You guys, I love fashion, but I don't like shopping. And you know what my dream was years ago? My dream was somebody that knew what I liked and just got me that stuff. Right? So I would open up the door and a magical box would be there and it's glowing. You know what I mean? And it makes a noise like, right? And I open it, and that's what Stitch Fix is. Basically, you take a quiz, right? And you fill it out, and you tell them what you like. And then magically, a box comes, and everything in there is stuff that you wanted.
That's your vibe.
That's your vibe. And then what you do is, let's say it's one thing that you don't like, you can just send it back. That one thing.
Yeah, it's so easy and fun to get started. First, take a few minutes to set up your Stitch Fix style profile, answer a few questions about what you like to wear, what you don't, and how open you are to trying new styles. And it's basically like having your own personal stylist.
Yeah, sign up today at stitchfix.com/belly to get $20 off your first purchase. That's stitchfix.com/belly to get $20 off your first purchase. Limited time offer, purchase within 2 days of sign up.
Ship station. Ship station. You guys, you know, we have an online business, and we wouldn't have one without ShipStation. You know, ShipStation gives e-commerce sellers like you and me more time to do what they really love, unless what you really love is managing every single little detail of order fulfillment. How boring. ShipStation automates time-intensive shipping processes so you can get back to focusing on bigger things like developing new products, honing your marketing strategy, or interacting with customers.
And it works with all of your storefronts, so Amazon, eBay, Etsy, and more. And it also lets you automate all of the manual work that goes into shipping. And you can easily compare carriers, rates, and delivery time, so it's easy to choose the best option for every shipping scenario.
It's time to let go of all those shipping tasks. ShipStation can do it better and faster. Sign up using promo code BELLY for a free 60-day trial today at ShipStation.com and start saving time with every shipment. That's 2 whole months of shipping made quick and painless. And it's free to try. Just go to ShipStation.com, click on the microphone at the top of the page, and type in BELLY. ShipStation. Make
Ship happen! Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I like Craig, but Patrice.
No, I love them.
No, I know.
I love them too, and I wish I had their
yeah.
careers.
I don't though. Craig has a spirit that I don't have.
Right.
Craig has a positive. Craig is joyful.
He's a joyful guy.
I'm not joyful,
I know, me either.
and I find being joyful exhausting.
Why aren't we joyful? I want to be joyful.
You don't.
Why? Joy's good.
But you're a pretty happy-go-lucky.
I'm not. Ask them.
he was crying before.
I cry. I'm a disaster.
You're in a turbulent time right now.
No. You're right.
You are.
You're absolutely right. I am turbulence right now, right? It's a little rocky, but I feel great. I do. But I'm just, my normal state though is, you know what I mean? Is everything okay?
Right.
I mean, that's the real me. I wake up and instead of going, I want coffee, I go, is everything okay?
Right.
Is my lungs working? I hope bad things don't happen.
So, different people are wired in different ways. I saw Patrice do something once, and I related to it so much. And I was like, and that was, without him saying it to me, that was the moment where I was like, probably one of my moment with him at least, where I was like, there's just different people in this business. And But I was at Just for Laughs. I was opening for him for his one-man show, and the show was sold out, and some like lady on the staff like got flippant with him and dismissive or something, and he called like the venue manager in, and he started complaining to him about the woman, and he goes, "Motherfucker, I will walk down the street." And I was like, I relate to that so fucking much.
Wait,
Because
what was he trying to do? Get the girl removed?
he was like, "How dare your fucking staff talk to me like that? I sold this place out. Tell your
Oh, so what did the staff say to him?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
But he was basically like saying like, your staff is being rude to the guy that just sold this place out.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't give a fuck about this money. I will leave on principle. And I was like, and he said it aggressively. And I related so much because I'm like, that's what I would do.
I would do the same thing.
But it's a moment of realization where you go, if you're not the guy that goes, whatever, man, that's you, take care of yourself. You know what I mean? The guy that can go take care of
Sebastian
yourself.
Maniscalco
Right.
is like that. He doesn't, he's like, whatever. You know what I mean? I feel like he's more like that. And
Yeah.
I know guys like,
Every famous guy I know is like that.
yeah. But,
Well, they're like that with the people they need to be like that with.
oh, you think so?
Then
Yeah,
you see
yeah.
them with other people and you're like, oh, you're a demon.
Yeah.
You just know how to keep the demon at bay. That's what it is. You and I don't know how to keep the demon at bay.
I do, though, in certain
Do you?
circumstances.
Oh.
There's certain
Whew, I have a hard time.
like when I'm okay, so if I'm shooting Magnum PI, right, I can let out a couple of frustrations. Like, how long is this gonna take?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I could just yell that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are you sitting there? Or whatever, right? But when I'm on Sex in the City,
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah,
watched that whole thing. I loved watching you on that.
fuck you.
I did. I liked it. I hated Che. I hated the Che character.
love her.
And
She's great.
I'm not saying she's a bad person.
She's a great person.
I didn't like the character.
Never saw it. She's
and
a
I
great
didn't
person.
like what it did with. I didn't like what they did with Miranda. I didn't like the Che Miranda thing.
Oh, I see.
Not because of who the actors are. I just mean I didn't like what they did. But I liked the show. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Sex and the City fan.
I'm going back.
And I thought it was. Are they doing another season?
Yeah, in October.
I thought it was fucking light years better than either of the movies.
Oh, cool.
And I'm so sad that Kim Cattrall's not there.
Really?
It genuinely makes me sad.
Oh, that's. Are you being real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a fan of the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get angry. Fuck. So, when I'm there in October, maybe we'll. Do you have a podcast?
Yeah.
I'll do
I
yours.
have a podcast.
I'll do yours.
Yes. Yeah. You don't see anything.
I don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's what? Don't.
No, I go on shows and I love the
Please.
show. Can I come on? And then I've never seen it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
come on, Taste
Yeah,
Buds.
I know that you have one.
Me
but,
and Sal Volcano, we do Taste Buds.
Oh, I love. Isn't
Yeah.
he in the jokings?
Yeah, the joking.
They do the jokes.
The impractical.
The pranks.
Yeah.
I like this. Like Jackass, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
don't know
less
who-
dicks. Less
you have
dick.
dicks?
No, I'm saying it's less dicks.
Less dick. Yeah, less dicks. Yeah,
But yeah,
more
come on,
wholesome.
Taste Buds. I love that.
It's called Taste Buds.
Yeah, it's fun.
Does Sal like me? I don't know if he knows who I am.
I'm sure he likes you.
I don't know if
I'm
he
sure he
does.
does. Sal likes. He rarely has a problem with somebody.
Yeah. No. Can I ask you another question? But do you have any interest of acting?
I've acted.
Okay, don't get.
No.
He has a huge resume.
Like, give me some.
Here's the only
Better Call Saul,
That's huge.
Son, Pete
Huge.
Holmes Show,
Oh, that's huge.
Well, Saul was huge, but it didn't lead to anything.
Louis,
I'm serious.
Huge.
Chelsea Lately.
Bigger than mine.
Yeah.
Bigger than my credits.
No, I was recurring on Saul, but it didn't lead to anything.
They never do.
They never. But you act pretty
They
consistently.
never do.
So every job for you is I'm auditioning all over, ground zero.
Here's
starting over again.
here's the truth. You never live in the results.
That's good.
Okay.
Way to put it. Yeah.
Because they never do. It's the things that are so unexpected that become the thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you could do like, it's never happened for me, but I'm just saying I've seen it happen for other people. You know, they do a commercial that they don't want to be doing, but then that director you know what I mean, is the next thing, and then uses them, and then they move on. You know what I mean?
It's like Patton Oswalt's a good example. If you look at the 90s, before he did King of Queens,
yeah.
leading up to it, it's like one foot in front of the other. It's like small part in this, a little bit bigger part in this, a little bit, but it's constant. He's constantly popping up and all like the
legendary stuff though, like Magnolia.
You know, and like, but then he's like the DJ in Starsky and Hutch.
Oh,
like,
right,
he's just popping up in all this shit.
Yeah.
And then he's on King of Queens, and it all makes sense. And I thought I might have had a chance to do that, and it just didn't happen. I got so sick of auditioning.
You don't do it anymore?
I will only audition now if it's a true Zoom audition, like, because you don't ever go in person anymore. I will not put myself on tape. I refuse.
Why?
I refuse.
Why?
Because it is a waste of fucking time.
Why?
Because I've wasted my time.
You think they don't see it?
I don't think they look at it. I think it's lazy people making another fucking excuse for their job.
They fucking see it, man, because I put myself on tape, and they better be seeing it.
This was the last.
They better be fucking seeing
This
it.
is the last thing I put myself on tape. Not the last,
Yeah.
but one of the last things I put myself on tape
Yeah.
for was The Offer. I auditioned, and I worked my fucking ass off because I auditioned to play Joe Colombo.
Wow.
I worked my fucking ass off on that audition. And I was like watching tape of him and trying to get his voice down. I mean, I really worked on it. And Giovanni Ribisi gets the
Right.
Give me a fucking break. I never had a chance.
Yeah.
I never had a fucking chance. I'm shooting myself on my iPad Air.
I know, but that doesn't. I know, but that doesn't necessarily mean they didn't see it. This is what happened.
Wait, let me tell you this. Really?
Yeah.
Eddie Pepitone goes, "Why are you leaving L.A.?" I go, "Eddie, how many times am I got to audition for my living room for Superstore?"
I know, right?
And he goes, "Oh my God, you gotta move!
You gotta move.
Yeah. I'm out."
This is what happens. They look at the tape, right, and then they have their top three,
Right.
But then they always have an offer to somebody else. So they always have an offer to like a big name, right? So they audition you guys, like us, right? We're like, just in case our dreams don't come true and we don't get the one we want, right? And then we'll have to battle out with these three. So it's a 1 in a million chance, but that doesn't necessarily mean
Everything I ever got was because a casting director truly worked with me on it. Everything. Gail Keller, who's amazing, she auditioned me. I met her because I auditioned for Bored to Death. I auditioned for Zach's part.
Wow.
And I didn't get it, obviously. Then she brought me back, and I got another part, on a small part, but it was on an episode. You know, it was a good scene with Zach and Schwartzman. And then after that, she brought me in for Louis. And I read for a part, and she goes, "Do you have time?" And I go, "Yeah." And she goes, "I want you to read for a different part in a different episode." And I go, "Okay." And she gave me this thing to read for, and I got it. She then brought me in to audition for, there was a third, I forget. When I got Better Call Saul, the casting director sat there with me for 30 minutes with the scene and was giving me direction and going like, bring it down farther, bring it down. Now I want you to do it like this. Every fucking thing I ever booked, it was a casting director that gave a shit. And now that suddenly the industry standard is just shoot yourself from home. And then when they started sending specifics, be in front of a white wall, make sure it's a 3/4. I was like, go fuck yourselves. Do your fucking job.
Yeah. You know when they say that?
Yeah.
You know when they say that?
Doesn't do it.
You know where do we do it?
We do it in the most
In here!
most
TGI
colorful,
Fridays!
distracting
Everything's
background.
out there. I don't give a. I go the opposite direction. They go, wear a cop uniform. I wear a fucking nurse's outfit. I don't give a fuck, bro.
Did you get
You know what I mean? You're what I mean? You're an athlete. I wear I gain weight. I don't give a fuck. Listen, we do against this with the neon. I show everything. And they was, well, it's so busy in the background. What, really?
fuck
Well,
off?
go fuck it. Fuck it.
off.
Here's two things I want to say based on what you just said. Okay, my friend. All right. There's two reasons, right? I've had that where I've gone in and the casting director is working with you, like, listen, smaller or whatever it might be, right? Or you know what I mean? Well, read this part. But every job I've ever gotten, right? It's always a director or a producer or somebody going, they're a fan. They were a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, we love you. I wrote it for you. Or like when I did Borderlands, it was Eli Roth going, oh no, I wanted you and Tim Dillon in this. I mean, it didn't work out with Tim, but at least I got you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's always like, you know what I mean? That. It's never like, you know what here's what my agents have never done. And this I tell them this every day. I go, for once, guys, I want this to happen. I want to be on set. I want some huge director to go, yeah, I never really heard about you, but your agent really sold me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And he really got my mind wrapped around, and now I'm a fan. You know what I mean? It's never that. It's always like, oh no, I could have been with nobody and still gotten most of the shit that I've gotten.
That's what I'm saying. It's all bullshit. When Burr started booking everything, every time he told me the story, it was always, I worked with the guy on this, or they liked me on this, or whatever. And with Saul, unfortunately, I love Peter Gould and Vince Gilligan and everybody, Thomas, everybody over there is great. But unfortunately, we live in a very different era of television. And it's not, I mean, people come up to me and tell me, Better Call Saul is my favorite TV show. Who are you? I'm a fucking key component character on the show. I'm only on once or twice a season, but I'm a key motherfucker. I showed Saul the black book. Like that he has in Breaking Bad. It's my book.
Yeah.
And people are like, who are you? I'm like, motherfucker, do you watch the fucking show? I'm the vet. And they're like, oh my God,
yeah.
It's just a different era of TV. It isn't what it was, man. 10 years ago, that probably would have opened a few doors, but it's just not that. So I said, I'm going to back off on auditioning. I'm going to focus on stand-up. I've been published for my fiction writing and stuff. I'm very lucky, so I try to keep doing that. I do my stand-up. I do my 2 podcasts, and I opened a bar and
talk about.
Ooh, I have a topic for you guys.
Okay. Let's see if I have a point of view about it.
Okay, so there's this woman by the name of Esther Perel. She's a psychiatrist. She wrote a book called Mating in Captivity, and now she has this new book called State of Affairs. And her thing is like how redefining infidelity and how, as a society, we've been like, no, bad. But she basically is like, who owns our erotic self? Like, do we give ownership when we enter like a monogamy with someone? Do they own every aspect of that, every aspect of us, even like our erotic self?
But I don't think. Yeah, go ahead.
And so basically, in it, she talks about it's hard to kind of figure out like what infidelity is because so many people have different like definitions of it. So I want to go through a list with you guys, and you tell me if it's cheating or not.
What I would, if I'm in a relationship, what I would consider cheating.
Right. Okay.
It's a fun game.
You tell me now what you consider.
Well, let's
cheating.
do a game. It's a game show, right?
Bruv. You don't see that might be potentially a trap?
What?
Trying to figure out shit that you did while you don't see this shit.
I know.
I see a.
I don't give a fuck. We're out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Trying to throw you a lifeline.
Infidelity trap.
Okay.
Right, go.
Here we go. So these are her words, okay?
Her words pointed at you.
Yeah.
Not talking
No,
to
you're involved too.
Oh, no.
You're in this breach. You're in this breach.
You're again, boo-boo.
There's 2 contestants in the fucking game
Yeah, there
show,
are.
dude. You're playing too.
Okay.
You don't like confrontation, but you're very aggressive.
I am. I'm very. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Cloud.
Yeah. I go back. I'll go first. You go first.
You give an answer too, okay?
Oh, us three. Right.
Okay.
Well, do we? Because if we're contestants, we introduce ourselves.
Okay.
You're the host of the show. My name is Bobby Lee. I'm a comedian from Los. I want to do it real. Cut. Do it again. Action.
Yeah,
go ahead. Ask me where you come. You have to be the host.
Yeah.
of the show.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Cheaters USA.
Yeah.
We have 3 contestants tonight.
Yeah.
What's your name?
I'm Bobby.
Nice to meet you,
I'm
Bobby.
absolutely eager.
Oh, that's okay.
I just got really excited. I'm on a game show, and I'm Bobby Lee. I'm a comedian. I live here in LA. Some crass. I'm on Sex and the City. Just let me get my credits out. You know what I mean? Reservation Dogs. Mad TV for 8 years. Bunch of movies. Also, great 2 successful pop. Thank you.
All right.
Then
Thank
next
you,
one.
Bobby.
Next contestant.
Next contestant.
Hi, yeah, I'm Preach. I'm a part of the duo I've been Preach. I'm in LA just for this thing right here. And that was an error.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? I'm Gilbert. I'm a sidekick, and I have a fiance.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Wow. Okay.
great.
All right. Go.
All right. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and you're going to tell me whether or not you think this is cheating.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. What do we consider cheating? Bobby, you first. Liking women's photos.
No.
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 Okay. Chatting.
There's no answer?
Hold on.
We'll
no,
get
no,
to
no.
it.
I'm just. We'll get to it at the very.
But you
end.
have all answers for every single.
There's no wrong or right in this.
What kind of game is this? Yeah.
Like you said,
The show's canceled.
it's just-
the network comes out, we're canceling it.
It's a trap. That's all
It's
it
a
says.
trap.
All right.
That's the game.
All right, so
It's
no,
not for people to
I don't think
judge
that's
you.
cheating. That's not cheating.
Okay, so basically, she says that the digital
Go to
age
everyone. Go ahead.
offers a whole range of options, right?
Give me another one.
Okay. What about a customized OnlyFans video?
Receiving one from a woman?
Me receiving one.
Yeah, a customized.
I think that's cheating.
No.
Yes.
What about cam girls, live cam girls?
Cheating.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Sexting.
Cheating.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Remaining secretly active on dating apps.
Is that cheating? Yes, it's cheating.
Why'd you ask her? Is it? I don't know.
Cheating,
You
yes.
got so nervous, dude.
It's cheating. It's cheating.
Preach.
Oh, yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Lap dances.
Cheating.
No.
No.
Okay. Massages with happy endings.
Cheating.
Yeah.
The most. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Girl on girl hookups.
What's girl on girl?
Like be
If
watching.
your girlfriend were to hook up with another woman,
And I'm jerking off in the room?
no, you're nowhere to be found.
Why would I care then?
Oh, that's
How
what
am I
I'm saying. You
involved?
don't think it's cheating if she does that?
If my girlfriend fucked with another girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Can I be? What, can I watch?
No, you're
Okay,
not.
all right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheating.
Yes.
Okay.
Why? Why?
Staying in touch with an ex when there's still a vibe.
Yes.
No.
No.
No. Okay.
Oh, you said that, but there was a little bit of resentment in the voice. I was like, oh, you said
like-
that, but it was...
I was like,
No.
Yeah.
Well, all of this to say that there is no universally agreed upon definition of cheating. So basically, all our answers vary. So it's
Interesting.
like that's what makes her whole, discussion about.
but a
it
happy
together.
ending. Everyone's getting a happy ending if that's not cheating.
The cheating thing is really depending on the contract that you have with your partner.
Thank
Exactly.
you.
It's
Yeah.
really just that. So
Yeah.
so yeah, of course we don't normally we don't discuss about it. We don't talk about it. Like, what do you want to what? And we should. And the relationships that actually discuss the most about that are the polyamorous relationships. They are the ones that talk the most about their boundaries.
And gay couples as well.
What's a polyamorous?
Polyamorous is multiple partners.
Polyamorous?
Polyamorous.
Yeah.
Polyamorous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I
that's
was
mo-
in before you.
You were in one before that.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you enter so you go to you? I don't know how to get into these things.
You want to get an app for it?
No, not an app. So let's say you're a new girl I'm meeting.
Yeah.
Right. I just want to try to figure this out. Right. I go, hey Samantha. Just say
Yeah.
you're Samantha. Right.
Hey,
Give me a name.
hey, Jing Jong.
That's her name in the scene. Stick to
Hey,
it.
Jing Jong.
Yes, Anne. You're Jing Jong. You are Jing Jong.
That's your name I'm giving you.
Stay in it, Bobby. Be Jing Jong.
hate-
Be Jing Jong.
I hate Jing Jong.
Embody it. Embody it.
You're Jing
Jing Jong.
Can I change your name then?
Yeah.
Okay. Ling Slap.
Jesus Christ.
Ling Slap.
Hi, Jing Jong.
Hi, Ling Slap.
What's the point of all this?
You don't know what the fuck is going
All right, then preaches the preaches the waiter. Preaches the waiter.
All right.
Yes.
No. So I got Ling Slap. Ling Slap.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with appetizers?
This is the weirdest. I gotta get back here. I gotta finish this. Right, so, hi,
Soldier
Ling
on,
Slap.
soldier on.
All right, Ling Slap. So, listen, I'm really into polyamorous relationships.
Wait, no, you should just hit on me.
What are you talking about?
You don't just open with, "Hey, I'm really into polyamorous
polyamorous.
relationships."
Oh, that's what I desire.
Are you already
What? I'm Jing Jong. Polyamorous guy.
Are you already in one?
No.
And you want me as a fifth?
No,
What's
what I'm
going
saying
on?
is that I don't have any. Right? Can you be my first of a part of my stable?
Your harem?
Yeah.
Are there men involved, or is it just you a
It's
harem
just
of
me
women?
And, me and my friend Peach. Yeah. You need a new name, right?
Yes.
Blacklit.
Black lit. Blacklit.
So dumb.
Ching chong.
What?
Blacklit.
What can I go blacklit? yeah, blacklit. The blacklit, ching chong,
Link
blacklit, and what's a slap?
Ling slap.
Link slap.
Yeah.
Right. This is my friend Blacklit and me, and we want to be in a polyamorous relationship.
That sounds like a gangbang.
That sounds like a
Gangbang.
That sounds like a choo choo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna politely decline.
Oh, you have to decline? You
I'm
can?
gonna politely decline.
Oh, you can.
But
You can
basically,
decline.
whenever you meet someone,
Yeah.
if I can sum it up, if you meet someone,
Yeah.
you meet someone and you're like, oh, so you just tell them I'm open. I'm
Oh,
open
okay.
to that. Are you like you have to?
Oh, yeah. So I'm open to that lifestyle.
Yeah,
Are
you
you?
have to test the waters in that person. If that person if it's a fit, then you have to establish the boundaries. So
Yeah.
is she allowed to have to bring the person? Is it only physical? Is it sentimental? Is it only the person when I'm there, or y'all could do your thing? You have to establish all those boundaries and those parameters. 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 My bad. I said it in French. Anyways, paramètres. That's the reason.
Yeah.
Whatever. Never mind. So you have to establish all of those shits
Oh, I see.
before
Right.
you go on.
Right. So, for example, like
Well, it would be-
if we were in a relationship,
Yeah.
are you okay? Like, do you want to just have sex as a group, or are you okay with me going off and having sex?
Like,
with
can
the person without you?
I take her out?
Yeah.
Blacklit, yeah. Blacklit, you may. Not preach, but your character is blacklit, yes.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us a little bit about Blacklit. What does a Blacklit do? What's its background?
Wait a minute.
Yeah, well-
what are you doing tonight?
Yeah.
That's not me. That's my character.
That's your
Yeah,
character.
it's character.
He's a welder.
Saying that with my.
The welder.
Yeah, undersea.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Underwater welding.
Those are
Those are
into
complex.
that.
Yes,
union, good
everything I do is risky.
Yeah, right? So here's the deal, okay? Already,
Yeah.
no. I'm not into that.
I thought you said that's what you wanted.
I understand that. I did until I knew what the rules were.
You make the rules.
Yeah, you make.
I thought it was going to be like, no, this would be 5 women and me.
maybe but that could be your rule.
Oh, that's my rule. That would be my
your
rule.
And you have to find. Yeah,
But
you have to find
5
women
girls
that are willing to do
to
that.
do that.
to be like sister wives, kind of with each other.
Why? When we did break up, there was a hot girl that goes, "Hey," on my direct message, she goes, could I fuck you and Claude at the same time?
At the same time.
Yeah. And I go, no, an exclamation mark, right? But would you be open to that?
I had pitched that idea for so long because
Yeah,
all I did, and you were like, no, that's deviant and unchristian.
It's deviant and unchristian. I'll tell you, I want to say something to you, Preach.
Blacklet's not happy.
You're not Blacklit anymore. You're not Blacklit anymore. You're Preach. Preach.
Deviant and Christian.
I'm very traditional, and I want a monogamous thing. I think that's what I do. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, but don't put God in that shit. That's you. That's you. That's not God. It ain't got nothing to do with God. When's the last time you went to church? Don't put God into this.
I pray every day.
Don't put God into this.
Why are you doing the head thing?
Because that's my head thing. That's what I do.
Okay, my bad, dude. I do one too, dude. I do
What's
one
your
too.
head?
There you go.
Yeah. I can
It's
do
part
it.
of my heritage. What you got to say about that?
We got heritages too, dude, in Korea. Yeah. In Korea, we do this. When we do make the fucking rice soup. Do we make rice soup? Anyway.
I really thought it was talking about Gangnam Style. But
I was doing Gangnam Style. Okay, my point is this. Let's go back to so I'm more traditional.
I think so.
Yeah.
it's possible.
Because I don't like, the idea of my girlfriend. I mean, I've been, obviously, when we're in a relationship, there were women, I'd be on the road, I would see a girl, oh, she's hot, but I would just never do it because I just felt like that was our rule, that we wouldn't do that. But I wouldn't want you to do that either, so that's why I don't do it. So it's like,
Yeah, but
it feels safer that way. Like, you and your girl from Quebec,
Yeah.
you have just a straight monogamous thing.
Yeah.
Now, is that what you want?
Sure.
Yeah. And that's what she wants.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
That's probably engraved in Christianity and stuff like that. I have to dig more into that.
So you brought religion. When I brought religion in, you said
'Cause
it
back
has nothing to
then
do
when
with God.
Yeah, because it comes from that. I'm not saying that it's that now.
Right.
I'm not bringing it now like I'm saying, yeah, it's because of God. I know damn well it's not.
Yeah.
I dropped that shit a long ass time ago. So it's not. I'm not doing that because of God or whatever, whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely like the way I was brought up and stuff like that, and all the pressure that we give to each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The pressure that as a society we think is everything that is bombarded to us in the medias and stuff like that. So you keep listening, and you think that's the basic and stuff like that, and you don't ask yourself questions as to know, wait, maybe it's possible to have something different or to have something more. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't ask that.
Yeah. Maybe I'm conditioned to think that way.
But it's also, if you feel safe and secure in that, and you don't feel like you are depriving yourself of something that you truly like desire, then it works, right? That's when traditional monogamy works. You're like, okay, this is because even marriage in itself is a very weighted institution. Like there's before what it is now. Now we require love and intimacy. But back in the day, it was just
It was functional.
It was just an economic.
The love thing was a marketing thing.
Exactly.
It was they sold that shit with love just for the marketing of this, but it was really just to be, you're gonna provide for the kids,
Right.
I'm gonna protect the whole house, and that's gonna be that. We're gonna market it with the love, and it's supposed to be like, happily live, happily ever after. But that's not.
Yeah.
That's not what it is.
Well, like modern love, I think is very, very high pressure. I think we look at our partners as a one-stop shop for all of our needs, and I don't think that that's a very reasonable way to go about a partnership.
to solve all our problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. The thing is, I don't think that's inherently bad to think like that and to be like that, and that the traditional love is not a bad thing. But I do not think that it is for everybody, and it's as widely spread as we think it is. Like, I don't want to necessarily. I wouldn't force it on people. Forcing it on people, saying that is the truth and the thing, I think that's not really real, and that's not. It can't be. It just can't be. So to each their own. But yeah, it's definitely the conversation that we as a society have to have about that.
To each their own is the good motto.
Yeah.
To each, that's the thing.
But you have to find your other person that has to be your own.
Right,
You have to
right.
find an other fit or other fits, depending of whatever floats your boat. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wow, it's interesting. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah, because if you think about even infidelity, infidelity is not going away. It's evergreen. It's here to stay.
Yeah.
Because as long as there is sexual desire and there are rigid rules around traditional monogamy, you're always going to find that people are going to be betrayed and hurt in some capacity, like however it's defined to them. Like your answers differed, right?
Yeah.
It's like for me, even. Well, yeah, like that was my point. So it's a weird thing. I don't know where I stand on it. Really.
I know being single right now is very interesting to me because there's when you meet somebody new, there's a mystery there. There's a newness. There's sort of like this kind of false excitement. You know what I mean? It feels like drugs in many ways. You know what I mean? Like I feel like my dopamine is being hit, and it feels that way. But I know
What exactly feels like that?
What?
What exactly feels like that?
When you meet somebody new, when you hook up for the first time, when you kiss
Yeah,
for the first time, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All those
That
things.
butterflies and shit.
But that shit will go away. It's guaranteed, right? So, but now I've been more mindful about it, and I realize that maybe I don't know if this is sustainable, but maybe just stay the way I'm doing it now for the rest of my life. But then I don't get the other stuff.
What is
right?
the other stuff?
The foundation, somebody, you know what I mean? The closeness and the real deep intimacy, and maybe starting a family or any
What
of
do
that.
you actually want?
I want both.
Being able to fly around and then
Yeah, I mean, I want the feeling of drug, you know what I mean, that the excitement and the mystery and all that stuff, and also somebody that's going to be there.
well, it's either two things. Either you are bless you. Either
I didn't. There was no sound, so why'd you bless my fart?
because I knew what the hell you did.
He looked at you.
All right. Have you farted?
If
since
someone
you've been-
goes, I know what they did.
yeah.
That's what your butt did.
I know. Did you fart? Have you farted since you've been here?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Wow.
Bless you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So basically, on what you're saying is, I think either you are more polyamorous than you think, than you want to believe, or you're not polyamorous and you lack discipline.
Oh. Interesting.
And it's not even a judgment.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just is what it is. There's a lot
It
of
is
us
what
that
it
lack-
is.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
us we lack discipline and whatever and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I think it might be one of, or maybe there's other options out there. I don't know.
But there's a get to a certain place and to be with, I'll be all kidding aside, right? Like, I love the Chappelle Show, right? And I just think that it's really crazy to think that back then, Chappelle, Dave chose two young comics who now are like forces in, the comedy industry. You and Bill, right? It's just what an eye that Dave had back then, right?
Yeah, but the thing about it was funny because the way Dave has his production company is called Pilot Boy Production,
Right.
And part of the reason why it's named that because I think before the Chappelle Show came to where it came to be, I think he had like 12 or 13 pilots.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He was the golden child. They just kept it. Everybody pushed him, and for some reason he never found it wasn't the right chemistry. So I think out of his frustration to listen to everything that the networks thought was the right thing, the right cast and everything, this project he had more freedom, and it was like this. I don't want you to say you're going to pair well with this guy. This guy's like this. I want to fuck with people that I think are funny.
Right.
And the crazy thing about it, none of us had no like sketch history.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he was picking these people he thought were funny just on stand up.
Yeah.
So if you're lucky enough to be somebody that can pull it off like Bill Burr was, you know what I mean?
It's so funny because, network executives and people that, are the suits that hire or put together these shows or put the money together, they don't spend, the wee hours of the night at a nightclub night after night, right?
They don't, and not only that, I'm gonna tell you that's just, you got one level of that. You got that in mainstream white comedy clubs. Now imagine the level of talent on the black side of comedy
Right.
that they were never going to see. There was never going to go to where I had one of the hottest black showcases in comedy in Brooklyn, this place called Poke Knockers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On a Monday night, we would have 300 people in this spot. You know what I'm saying? This was a force on so many levels. We would make like $10,000, 10 grand, 7 to 10 grand at the door. No, maybe like $4 grand at the door.
Right.
And then the food and beverage would make another $7 or $10,000 right there on a Monday.
Wow.
That was powerful. But bigger than that, they had like a bunch of black acts that execs not going to go across the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that. In fact, in the most prestigious comedy clubs in Manhattan, especially when I was coming up, when you say the Comedy Cellar, when you say Stand Up New York, when you say Comic Strip Live and all that type of shit, it was probably only 3% of all the black comics in this area that were working those clubs. So
Yeah.
they wasn't going to go. If you don't think they had the time to go to the nightclubs there, they definitely didn't have time to go to this hole in the wall place that births people like Tommy Davidson, that birthed people like Martin Lawrence. They weren't going to do that.
Right. Do you hate the word, and this is not a term that I made up, but people use the word crossover? Like, for instance, I've heard people say to Ian Edwards, right? Because Ian plays a lot of the white clubs.
Yeah, and Edwards used to do my hood spots too.
Right. And people would say to Ian, wow, you're crossover, right? I've heard white comics say that to him.
Yeah, but
what does that mean even?
It's slightly insulting, but what it's trying to say is that you can be funny for white people too. That's the truth. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Even when I came up, man, I came up in the chitlin circuit, right? And I've seen people try to gauge. They're like, there was great thing about Def Comedy Jam and the bad thing about Def Comedy Jam. The great thing about Def Comedy Jam is because it gave a lot of black comics a platform and a voice. We didn't have anything. You know what I mean? If David Letterman for a year, if he had 30 white comics on there, it probably was 2 or 3 black comics, and those was the ones that worked at the cellar. So I understand when it says like you want to be able. I hope I'm not losing my thought and I can answer the question. You want to be able. Something about saying, you know what, I can work those clubs.
Right.
Because the quickest thing they would say to you is like, oh yeah, he's funny for a black audience. Because the minute a black comic goes on stage and it's like, what music? They come up to music. You know, a lot of white comics and mainstream like, oh, he's that person. No, it's not that. It's just that black people, we got a lot of rhythm in us. You know what I'm saying? That's a good feeling to be able to call and response and get that energy before you even say anything. That's a tool that we use, but it was held against us. You know what I'm saying? Like when you say something, now it's so funny now, if you back when I was coming up, if you roast a person, it was all like, oh man, that's not material. Now you have all these platforms and these shows for roast this. Motherfucker, Jeff Ross is the most roasted motherfucker. He don't cook shit. He roasts everything, don't cook shit. They never put a turkey in the oven, no fucking where.
Yeah.
But you know, it was like, it was somewhat of a rite of passage if you could, as they say, cross over. But I never considered crossover. I was just like, you know, just give me an opportunity. That's it. But I can see how to some comics it can be insulting. And then especially for Ian, because I know he's probably heard it. Dave Chappelle.
They say he's crossover too.
No, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was like, it's interesting. Black comic, young comic, comes out of DC, right? And like immediately accepted by mainstream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for like a lot of people, it took years to get to that point. He was immediately. So when he started Dave's career, it wasn't necessarily supported by a lot of black people and the hood. That's just a fucking fact. It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? But that's just a fact. And I personally think, like, he's always, Nutty Professor, a lot of the black audience are saying, oh yeah, the motherfucker's funny. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of, you know, in the black community, a lot of them didn't respect his brand of comedy.
Right.
Didn't respect that he didn't have to talk about fucking and sucking. You know, you have a bitch have suck your dick like this and you get your dick sucked, you're like, oh shit. Oh shit, I got this bitch now.
Yeah.
You know, but that was never his brand. So that's why, and it was, personally, I think Nutty Professor, when it started, was like this, because they saw him being a comic that's roasting motherfuckers and shit. But I honestly believe that when he found that right team, and when I say that right team, I mean Charlie Murphy, I mean Bill Burr, I mean Neil Brennan.
Yeah.
I mean Michelle Armour, one of the executive producers. I mean the list could go on and on what came together. Yeah. Because you can have a motherfucking superstar. Say like example, I'll say football. Like Dan Marino was a superstar quarterback, but never found the right chemistry with the team to win the championship.
Right.
But I think that when he had that collaborative effort from everybody and people, his peers, people that he respected, that's when it happened. In the Chappelle Show, he just aligned himself with the right people. And that's when he got his hood stripes.
What a dream that would be, that you could sell a show and then you tell a network, I'm going to find everybody.
But I would tell you,
and if the network would just say, give it a try, and go, we'll just give it a try, I think it would work out more times than not.
But a lot of times it won't, because you have, and I have an example. Everybody we weren't a cast. Nobody would sound like, it wasn't an audition like, hey, you're going to be a part of the team. You were only as good as your last sketch. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your last sketch. So if you rip a sketch, then you'd be on the writer's mind to do another one. But he did have the situation where he could say, I'm going to put this guy. But I remember one comic in particular, he had this sketch, and he was just bombing in the sketch. It was just fucking taking forever. He was a diva and all this shit, right? And this was right. But before that, Dave could say, we want anybody on the show. But he bombed so bad, the Comedy Center said, okay. They couldn't wait. They can't wait to try to tell you to take something away. Yeah. They couldn't wait to say, all right, listen, we tried it your way. We spent so much money in this situation. So now we want to open up these roles for everybody in New York. And it was interesting for me because during that show, I had to make a lot of decisions, like, what am I going to do next? How, whatever. So I had asked Neil, what was my next sketch going to be? And I've told this story over and over again. What was my next sketch going to be? And he said, oh, yeah, B, you got to audition. I was like, audition? I'm rich, bitch! Like, yo, nigga, like, my shit is solid. Why do I have to audition?
Yeah.
And the explanation I got was it was that reason. And I'll give this advice to anybody coming up when don't get caught up and hung up on who you think you are too soon. Because I could have easily said, I'm not going to, I could have been like offer only. I'm not going to audition again. And I could have said that, and I could have rolled the dice, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But I knew if I made that decision, then I knew I did not give myself the opportunity.
Yeah.
So I went in, I was kind of cocky in the audition. I went in, and I smoked this audition. And after I smoked it, I looked at the camera, I said, so now, do I have to audition anymore?
Yeah.
And just walked out the room.
Yeah.
I just walked out the room, and guess what?
Yeah.
I never auditioned for anything.
Did you get the part?
Yeah, I got the part. It was like, I got the part, and I'm glad I made that decision because no telling how I would have been out of the loop had I not decided, like, okay, sometimes you think you prove yourself to people, but in this business, feel like, I got to do this shit over and over again.
Yeah. I mean, even this pandemic, I've put some stuff on tape, right?
Yeah.
And it's, people have asked, will you put yourself on tape? And I have to do it. I come in here, and then poor Jules is like, do we have to do it again? One time we did 8 hours, remember? One scene. Again, I go, again! That sucked. I blinked.
Right.
And you know what this motherfucker did? Accidentally deleted all the things we recorded.
Oh, yeah.
It happens.
I didn't know how to do it. Yeah. But my point is that, I'm almost, you're what, 52?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know.
My bad.
The reason why I say that because I've always been, this is a funny thing about Hollywood, I've always been like secretive about my age because, you know what I mean? Oh, you know what it could be.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until last week, the last podcast I did, the first time I was open about it. And the reason why I was open about it, because I'm like, fuck Hollywood. Because like Hollywood is almost dead right now, and they would have you doing so much stuff to your body, to your mental and everything. I'm like, it is what it is. I'll be funny at whatever age I'm at. It might cost some gigs, like I could dye this shit, a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But the bottom line
I think Hollywood's changed. I mean, honestly, I've never been secretive about my age.
you know why Hollywood has changed?
Why?
Hollywood has changed. We've changed, and the thing is that we're starting to become Hollywood through this whole pandemic. Like you were talking about Chappelle summer camp. It was something that we started over the summer, right? And it was started because a need to want to be able to give entertainment to an audience that was thirsty for it. It was also for comics to be able to work out, but you had to approach this. You can't just approach it like you're just going to be reckless or whatever. And we